first guest is an Oscar, Emmy, Tony, and Golden Globe winning actress who is amazing in her new movie, The Woman King. I am so honored that y'all all right? You good? You all right? Because you're excited too, right? Okay. I feel the same way, but hold the line. Listen, y'all, please welcome the one and only Miss Viola Davis. Together. Oh, it's such an honor to have you here. Thank you for being here on premiere week. Thank you. To sit here with the Queen, Miss Viola Davis.
By the way, can I just say I love that term, Queen.
Do you really?
I do. I love it.
You are the definition of.
I accept it.
You accept it?
Yeah, and I usually don't accept compliments.
Oh my
I'm not very good with compliments.
You know?
No, I'm not.
You're a whole mood is what we will say today. A queen mood, I would say. Oh my God. Tell me about, let's see, you have a wedding anniversary?
Yep, I had a wedding anniversary, 19 years, June 23rd.
I want to be like that.
19 years.
19 years. What's the trick? Like, how did y'all meet? And then what's the trick of being able to stay together? 19 years, 25 years?
You choose the right person,
Teach
first
me.
of all, because I had a few people before that, but it was not a good choice. But I prayed for my husband, Jennifer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. So it's like 23 years ago, because we dated for 4 years. 23 years ago, I'm doing a play, and a friend of mine said, "Why don't you have a man?" And I said, "I don't know. I think I'm fabulous."
You are fabulous.
And so he said, "Well, have you prayed for a man?" I said, "No, I haven't, because if I pray to God, he's going to say, 'Viola, who are you?'" I hadn't been in church for the longest time. I said, "No, I haven't prayed." He said, "This is what I want you to do. I want you to go in your room." We were doing a play, you know, Williamstown Theater Festival. He said, "Go in your room, get down on your knees." He said, "You know what you want, right?" And I said, "Yeah, I know what I want. I know what I want." He said, "You really know what you want? Like frivolous stuff and really important. You know what you want." I said, "Let me tell you, I know what I want." And he said, "So get down on your knees. You ask God for everything." I said, "I'm not going to do that." Let me tell you something. I went back in my room. I thought about it for about 5 minutes, and I got down on my knees.
And that's
I got down on my knees, hands together, and I said, "Let me tell you something, God. You haven't heard from me in a while. My name is Viola Davis. This is a direct call from Williamstown Theater Festival." And I said, "This is what I want. A big man." I said, "Now, wait. He doesn't really have to be black, but I really want to be the big black man. And I want him to be from the South. I want him to be country. I want him to love you. I want him to already have been married, had children, so he don't put any pressure on me to do that." And I said, "I love football players, God." I said, "That's on the frivolous list, though.
Okay.
But I love football because they're cute, they're all of that." And then I said, "And I would love for him to be in the arts in some way." I literally said that. That was everything on my list. And I said, "And God," I said, "Listen, if you give me all of that, I promise I'll go to church. I'll start going on a regular basis."
You've been to church for all of it.
Now, I went to church after that now, Jennifer, because 3.5 weeks later, I met Julius William Tennant.
Oh my God.
An ex-football player from Texas, raised his 2 children on his own, an actor, and the first thing he did was he invited me to church. And I'm going to tell you what the icing on the cake was. I got baptized at that church in a Speedo. Because I said, "Jules, I can't get baptized. I just did this hair." I put that in water. He said, "Put the Speedo on your head. God don't care about what he don't care. You come as you are." The whole church laughed at me now. But
Wow.
I got baptized in the Speedo.
In the you see that? She spoke it, she prayed about it, and it happened. You put whatever you put. If she come on, you better preach today. Okay, and then so clearly, something about George Jefferson was on the list because you say he's something like George Jefferson.
He's very much like George. That means there's no political correctness coming from this man. I mean, Genesis, my 12-year-old daughter.
Wow.
She had a friend come over to the house. And he looked at that friend. He said, "Let me tell you something. You came in this house and you were playing with a candle, because I know, because there was wax on my walls. You can't come in here putting wax on my walls, because otherwise you can't come back in this house now." And she was like, "Yes, Mr. Tennant. Yes, Mr. Tennant. I'll never happen again, Mr. Tennant." He said, "Don't go into my refrigerator either. You can't just go in the refrigerator you want." And she was like, "Yes, Mr. Tennant. Yes, Mr. Tennant." He said, "Now you can go upstairs with Genesis. Y'all go play, but don't you know the rules of this house, right?"
Y'all better know how to act when you go to their house, okay? For more with Viola Davis in a few minutes. We'll be right back after this. Davis, I don't even know where to start. Okay, so tell me, I have a son having a girl as a priest teacher.
She's in the phase. See, you know, we couldn't roll back in the day because your head would be rolling on the. We're in a different stage now, right? I roll stage, and she those girls would be Genesis. Beautiful. I know, right?
Did she get that from you?
She most definitely did me.
Because when I look at my son, I'm a shopper, like a right? He's a shopper. So when he like, I want to take that, I'll take that. Well, he got it. You know what I mean? That's a part of it. Okay, now this is a thing. So all y'all can relate. Stuff. Like, I feel like it's obviously a general rap. So come home, have problems. It seems frustrated. So do you know, what is it?
Let me tell you something, Jennifer. I wouldn't go that far, okay? I told Genesis, listen, let me tell you something. Get this out of the way, right? Your daddy, we can't help you with your homework. They died ago. Bring someone else in this house.
Okay.
And to help you with work. Because I looked at that math.
That's how I feel.
Like algebra already. All I know is I'm glad I'm at that point.
Exactly. At this point, he got to help me do it. No, I can't do nothing. About 30 years ago. Okay.
And I'll be the first one to say, "What did you do on test?"
Yes, you got to okay, so another thing my kid do about now, he calls me Jennifer Hudson. Right? He seems like an athlete you want to meet. You Jennifer. Do you ever do you like?
Yes, she does. Taylor Swift. She has been doing, and all is because of me.
See?
Go to the she snobs at the people. Mm-hmm. She does. She'll be with friends. She told everyone at the who her was. I said, "Genesis, did you tell what?" She said, "See, no, I didn't tell anyone." You could tell all of them. She said, "You know what? There's someone who wants to be your assistant. I got who really wants application nanny, and then that's Genesis."
That sounds like Lil David too.
Yeah.
If this happened to us all, right? Okay, like what can't you do? Like, do you sing too? Do you? What else? What's your other superpower? No.
Sing.
Oh,
okay. Let me tell you something. I did a one-woman show. It was one of my acting. And a couple of shows. Well, no, that's where the applause begins. And Sister Jones was a singer at the 20th century.
You sang?
What did I just say? I had 14 songs in that one woman. My sister Anita did it once, and she was like, "Do you hear yourself?" Point I learned in a basketball court where people not playing basketball and a jump and my long as I said I was screeching and I was a song and I thought, "Oh my God, I one woman show singing. Don't know how to sing, and there's a dog attacking me." And then I at an elderly home, and there's 85.
Oh, you did?
He serenaded me. He said, I remember Sister Rita Jones. You want to go out on a date with me? And blah, 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 blah. And I was going to say, did you hear me sing? And then the last show, there was one person in the audience. And let me tell you something. You got to be a person of strong constitution to do a performance for one person in the audience. And by the way, it was my best performance.
I see. If you name your something of, an award where we could get this Grammy, and then because we all trying to follow in Miss Viola's footsteps. Because I think you could sing us down. That's just what I believe.
But I'm in the don't know how to sing category.
It's all about the feeling, Viola.
No, it's not. Let me tell you something. I had all the feeling in the world, and everyone in that audience looked like they were about to vomit. I mean, it was the worst thing in the world. I was like, this is a comedy routine. But I said, if I can get through this, in my back of my mind, see, this is survival. See, this is what I tell my daughter. In the back of my mind, I said, you know what? This is not going to kill me.
No.
It almost did. But it ain't going to kill me. Not kill me from shame and embarrassment. But it's one of my first acting jobs that I just learned to just toe the line, even if there's no approval from anybody else.
Right. All right, we'll be right back with Viola Davis right after this. Viola Davis, oh my God, Miss Woman King. Tell everybody what this is about.
The Woman King is set in Dahomey, West Africa in 1826, but it's about the Algonquin warrior. They were an all-female military unit. Usually they were women between 8 and 14 when they first got recruited that were the throwaway women. The women who they didn't consider attractive, they were unruly, and so they fought for their kingdom. And they weren't allowed to get married, have children, have sex. They just fought for their kingdom. And they trained in martial arts and sucking down their pain, everything. That's all they trained to do. But this movie follows Naniska, Nawi, Izogi, Amenza, and it's basically, because I don't want to give anything.
Yeah, don't give too much away now.
But the story really involves them, their journey, and being in this military unit.
What I love, everything you do is so powerful. It's just like, and I feel like that has to come from within. So was this like a dream role of yours to play?
Absolutely. It's always a dream role for me. I'm just going to say, I'm one of those people that wants agency. I want my autonomy. And I feel like, when I saw Gladiator, I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw Braveheart, I said, I want to do that. So yes, this was a dream of mine. I wanted to do an action movie. I wanted to do something historically epic. But I wanted Black people to be in it. I wanted us, because for me, I always want to see an expansiveness of our humanity. It doesn't matter if it's good, bad, positive, if it's messy. I just want for us to show us for completely who we are, our humanity. And for me, when I read the script, It filmed in South Africa. Okay. Gina Prince Bythewood, you had the Sheila A. Tim, the Lashana Lynches, Toussaint Bedu, the Adrian Warrens, all these unbelievably just powerful Black actresses, Black woman at the helm. Yeah.
Wow.
You don't get that.
I don't. And it's just, it's so powerful. It's so moving. And I think you've affected us all, because as a performer, it has to come from the heart. When it comes from the heart, it reaches the heart. And I sense that in everything that you do. So I just wanted to say that for myself. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing on the script, but I wanted to say that, and it reaches. But I got to hear about these stunts, though, because did you do the stunts in this?
Let me tell you something.
Please tell me. Hold the line, hold the line. I want to hear all of this.
Yes, I did do the stunts, and I'm going to say it from now until the day I leave this earth. I did those stunts, 98, 99% of them, because I didn't want to look bad with those young girls. Because I was an old OG warrior. warrior.
Let's
So
go.
I was like, I have to pull it off. And I was one of the producers on it too. And we shot in South Africa for 5 months.
Wow.
In the jungle. We shot in the jungle. You know, we shot in places where you're driving to work and you see elephants and lions
Oh
and
my God, yes.
lions and tigers and bears and
But there's Africa, you're gonna see that.
Now I'm saying that like I'm all like big
Did you
shot,
flip
but
one?
really, let me tell you something.
That's
I would
not
get to
big
the
shot.
set and go, we got a snake wrangler. Did you see a leopard?
Oh my God.
Got our rifles, right? But seriously, there is nothing like being on the continent of Africa.
Right.
There is a reason why they call it the motherland. It is God's playground, absolutely without question.
And his art too.
And the people in South Africa, I have to say, all of the Gojia warriors, which men and women in the background, a lot of women, extraordinary.
Wow.
I mean, extraordinary. We trained for, I trained for 3 months. We all trained for 3 months. A lot of them trained no time. You should have seen them flipping the machetes, just rolling around, flipping people over because the passion.
Yes.
There is nothing like passion. There's nothing like something that hits you in your heart from the very beginning. Because a lot of times I have to find it.
Mm-hmm.
I have to find the passion for it. You know.
Oh, I know. I'm listening. I'm taking notes as you speak. Please go see Woman King in theaters today. We'll be right back, y'all.